tell they're old friends. You may not recognize me. I have my quarantine beard. But we're here in Michigan. At spot 2, I came solo. Oh man, I think it's a little over a year ago. But we're back. I didn't want my absolute first trip of the year, because of the closures and everything, to be Colorado, which is coming up in July, God willing. So this is kind of a shakedown trip. The Joshes and Alex, I'll introduce them later, are with me, and this should be a fun time. You know what was awesome is last night gathering all my gear and pretty much just like seeing old friends again you haven't seen for a while. So it's a lot of nostalgia and lots of memories associated with stuff like gear sometimes. There's a tiny climb on the NCT side as you head up. So just be aware of that. Nothing big at all. Enough to get your blood pumping a little bit. And the NCT side is pretty dry. So pack water. From what I remember, there's no water sources on this side to speak of. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, look what we saw. This is right next to the trail.
Your mom's gonna come behind us and be all pissed.
Yeah, we're gonna leave him be, or her be. Yeah, it's not.
Cute little doe. I had to patch it out and it was like, the park was like 2 days worth of wood. I don't know how he found that much wood because...
All right, I think we are at camp here for the night. It's about a little after 9, I think. And we're gonna get set up and probably eat in the dark. Tonight for dinner we have fusilli pasta, and I like to add a little bit of more meat to it. So this Simply Shreds, I've used it before, and it really is nice to add a bunch of protein. This one's spicy sriracha. And the beer line is, you can see it in the dark over there, already hung. Josh is trying to get our fire going. I'll try to get some dinner going.
Oh, I think Sterling was later.
Really?
Yeah, because we were hiking in the dark for a while, like hours. But it was also, it was also fall though. Find a good flat spot here.
There we go.
You been doing Mountain House tonight?
I am.
Oh, ingenuity. Possibly a Bighorn owl. It sounds like a barred owl. That sounds like one. Bighorn owl on mine.
That's kind of cool. Not a bad sight. Morning, guys. just after 6. Great night's sleep. No tarp is what I decided on last night. And it worked out well, even though there was one time I think in the middle of the night that I felt a few raindrops in my face. But it blew over whatever it was. But yeah, it's a gorgeous morning. That sunset is awesome. And then get ready for just another day. We'll finish off the NCT side of this loop and start up the MRT side. We're probably going to, my guess is since we have all day to hike now, we're probably going to get pretty close to the end of the MRT side and just set up camp for the car. In case you ever wondered how I change while having a hammock. Clothes go there. And it's a nice day. If this were a rainy day, I'd be doing this all under a tarp. And a lot of it, I'd probably be sitting down because I usually don't set my tarp that high to my hammock. Standing on a sit pad makes it a lot more comfortable, a lot more sanitary to me. Or I use my rain kilt as a ground sheet, and I kind of do things that way. But here's the setup. Last night, dream hammock Darien, slept well in. Yep, still using the pad. New Air X Therm. Comfortable, no issues. Enlightened Equipment Enigma. This is a 20-degree quilt, so I was plenty warm. The low last night was in the 40s, maybe 44, 45. And tomorrow night it's supposed to be 35. And I just usually keep that right in there. And the puffy jacket I'm wearing is the Enlightened Equipment Enigma. I usually keep that in there just in case I have to get in the middle of the night. It's nice to just kind of put that on. Or honestly, if I'm feeling cool, a cool spot, like when your elbows hit the hammock, it kind of gets cold. I'll tuck the Enigma under one of my arms or whatever I need to do. So that's how it works. I keep my headlamp right here and my phone and battery charger if I need it over there. But yeah, it's a nice spot for camp. We find a good spot pretty late and just in time, but it worked out well. The other guys are kind of slowly getting around. We're just kind of moseying along today. But another dream hammock Darien over there. That's Subaru Josh. Alex is in the Fly Creek Ultralight, I believe. Tell us about your tent here, Josh. It's new.
This is the tarp tent. Double rainbow.
Double rainbow.
Double rainbow, yeah. 2-person tent. And it's got dual entry on both sides. Pretty cool tent.
Yeah. Looks roomy.
It is.
I mean, you could pretty much shove all of your gear in there with you if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I had it all in there last night. Other than my pack. Yeah, it fit 2 full-size pads. No
condensation on the inside?
No.
Nice. As far as packing up, I usually roll my sleep clothes, put them in the bottom of the stuff sack that my quilt goes in. So that way it's all, there's one stuff sack. I don't have to have a separate stuff sack for clothes. And then the clothes that I wore yesterday, so like socks, underwear, those stay out of my sleep clothes and quilt just because I don't want it stinking up. I will usually carry a separate stuff sack if I think there's going to be a bunch of rain. But the Arc Hall does a nice job of keeping water out. So as long as my quilt and sleep clothes I know are dry, I'm pretty good. Even the hammock in a pinch, I can shove into the that large stuff sack if I need to. But honestly, most of the time this hammock body is thin enough that even if it's wet and and it gets, even if it's wet and it gets wet for whatever reason, it dries out really fast. I've never had an issue with it retaining a whole lot of water. Hey, is that a bushcraft shelter? I think Maybe Bryce Newbold was here.
Oh, give me a second. I'll go.
So we stopped here at Eddington Creek, and this is really the first spot that you can really fill up with water. So there's this cool little bridge with a sign. But yeah, you can kind of see the creek when you're coming in up there on the trail. And there are a bunch of good campsites along there. Yeah, this is the view I was telling the guys about. That's the, as soon as you come through that pine forest, is what I consider to be one of the best views of the river.
Heck yeah, this is awesome.
It's the first view of the river, if you're coming from the NCT side, but worth the price of admission.
Which is free.
You're ruining the romance of the moment. They say the water is warm. So this is site 1B, which is occupied right now. This is a cool one.
I don't know. Not that it's long fall, but it's just slick enough that I'd be worried about falling. Yeah.
And here's the waterfall where you just crossed over that bridge. Oh, been hiking about for 7 miles, I think, this morning. It's almost noon. So, I mean, we've seen a couple waterfalls and things back and forth, but I'm not gonna film a whole lot just because I'm enjoying just kind of taking it all in and seeing everything again, just from a different perspective, because I was here by myself last time, so it just makes it interesting. So we're stopping for lunch, and Subaru decided that he's gonna hammock it up, just this little spot off trail. For lunch, I'm having cold instant oatmeal, granola bar. I think there's also a green belly bar that I'll probably eat. What are you doing for lunch?
Pepperonis and tortillas, and probably a Snickers. Oh, and chips, Doritos.
Oh yeah, and jerky.
All the jerky.
All the jerky. All the jerky.
Oh, that's nice. Oh.
And you have this nice view. Another horseshoe in the river. So the situation is this. I walked on ahead just to see if there are any campsites available. We were looking for the tail end of the loop, 8, 9, and 10 campsites. But I just passed 9. I asked the guy who was coming from the bridge access, Red Bridge access, if there's any campsites open up ahead, and he said no, they're all pretty much full. So I'm thinking I'll stop here because I walked on ahead of the guys, and I think we might have to do some stealth camping if we want to stay the night. So there's some options. Here they come. And this blowdown is no joke. Howdy.
Hello.
All right. So we decided to end it early. Cry Josh wasn't feeling the best, so we thought it was wise to just move on. So the whole loop done in less than 24 hours. Must be an FKT, right? What did you want to say to Jason Wish?
Hey, buddy.